Okay. So, welcome mga master sa ating session 3, no? Na kung saan sa session na 'to ay pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa electrical machines. Okay? So, basically electrical machines are equipment or machines that are operated, no, using electricity. The other one will operate, no, using will generate electricity, at yung isa naman is a type of machine that will transform the voltage or the current of from a separate circuit to another circuit. Okay, so let's start with the first one, no? Okay, so we have here the definition: dynamo. So dynamo is a rotating electrical machine which converts electrical energy to mechanical energy and vice versa. So there are two types of dynamo. The first one is a generator and the other one is a motor. Now, if you're going to look what is the parts of a dynamo, so that the dynamo has two parts: the stator, so that is the portion which is stationary, so yun yung pong hindi umiikot, and the most important part of which is the field winding. So doon po sa stator makikita natin ang field winding. Habang yung armature naman, so that is the portion na yung umiikot, and that is the most important part of which is the armature winding, which is if sa generator yan yung pinagkukunan natin ng ng electricity, no? Ng kanyang current. Okay? So prime mover, is a machine that drives a generator. So basically a generator converts electrical energy, it converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. So ang kanyang input, which is a mechanical machine or an engine for this one, no? Prime mover, so that is a yan po ay mechanical. So it will turn our our generator, at yung output nating generator is electricity, no? Yan. So main parts of a DC generator. So we have the yoke or the frame, so that is the cylindrical form which have even number of poles bolted. So it is either made from cast iron or cast steel. Yung armature core and winding, so that is in cylindrical form also, made of sheet steel laminations with slats and carry the armature winding. So yung yoke, nasa kanya yung field winding, no? Yung at pole winding. Habang yung armature naman is sa kanya yung armature winding. Poles and field winding, so this is used to generate the magnetic flux of our generator of our motor. Then the commutator, it is a cylindrical in shape and consists of hard-drawn copper isolated from each other. So it is called mechanical rectifier because it will transform, no? Yung output kasi ng ating generator is an alternating current. So by passing it to a commutator, its output will be a pulsating direct current. Then brushes is connected to the external circuit load to the armature. They are made of carbon and are held in position by spring. So yung ating brushes, they are carbon, kaya carbon po yan kasi yung carbon is an NTC or a negative temperature coefficient na na material na in which kahit tumaas pa yung temperature, hindi po magbabago ang kanyang resistance. Okay. Then types of DC armature winding. So first we have lap winding. So this is one which the coil ends are connected to the commutator's segments that are near to one another. So that is adjacent. So kapag malapit yung winding at yung commutator, so doon siya kinoconnect, no? So the most common of that is a simplex lap winding. A winding that forms a loop at expands around the armature core. So this is usually used for high current DC generator. So kapag high current DC generator, ang ginagamit na winding is lap winding. The other one is wave winding. Is one in which the coil ends are connected to the commutator segments that are of some distance from each other, nearly 360 degrees. So the winding forms a wave around a commutator. So that's why it is called wave winding. So around the armature core pala, no? So it is suitable for high voltage DC generator. So kapag high voltage DC, ang gagamitin na winding is wave winding. Okay, exciter. So exciter is an external equipment used to supply voltage to the field windings of a generator. So yung purpose ng exciter is to supply voltage. So mainly DC voltage. Because DC voltage, kasi para ang isang generator will have an output of a current or an induced voltage, dapat meron siyang permanent magnetic field. So ang nakakagawa ng permanent magnetic field is the field winding. When you say permanent magnetic field, so dapat permanent ang kanyang north-south pole. And the only type of current that can do that is DC. So kaya ang sinusupply po natin sa ating field winding is DC current, no? Or DC voltage. So yung self-excited generator, yung field winding niya is nakakonect sa kanyang armature. Meaning, kung ano yung output niya, binabalik sa kanyang field winding so that the generator itself will have its own magnetic field. Habang yung separately excited DC generator naman, ang kanyang field winding is excited from a separate source, maybe a battery, maybe a converter, or maybe another DC generator. Okay, so types of self-excited generator according to connection. We have the shunt generator. So the field and armature winding are connected across each other. So this is our field winding or the shunt field winding. Then this is our armature. So ang nangyari dito, ang ating armature winding is connected in parallel kaya tawag shunt. The other term for parallel is shunt. No? Tapos silang lahat is nakaparallel sa ating load. Ito yung ating load. No? So these are the formula. So basic Ohm's law lang po to. No? So if you are taking registered electrical engineering na exam, so ito kailangan talaga tong i-memorize. No? But for this one, ang pinaka-importante lang, if makukuha mo yung armature current, no? So the armature current is yung load current natin plus yung shunt field current, then you can get the power of the generator. And then we have the uses of shunt generator. So it is used for general lighting, used to change the battery because they can be made to give constant output voltage. Yan. So pwede siyang gawing charger. Used for giving excitation to other alternators. Then also in the process of electroplating and small power supplies such as portable generators. Then we have series generator. The field and the armature winding are connected in series. So ito yung ating series field winding. Ito yung ating armature. So they are in series. No? Then the application of series winding or series wound DC generator, they are used for supplying fixed excitation sa mga locomotives, DC locomotives para sa kanilang braking. Then these types of generator are used for boosters to compensate voltage drops sa mga railway system, and they are also used for series arc lighting or lighting, no? Which are mainly used of a DC generator. Then long shunt compound generator. The series field winding is connected in series with the armature winding, while the shunt winding is connected across the series combination. So meron tayong dalawang field winding, the series and the shunt. No? Yung shunt natin, nakaparallel siya sa armature, habang yung series winding naman natin is naka-series sa ating armature. So combination siya ng shunt at series generator. No? So ito. Okay? Then we have short shunt. Yung short shunt naman, so nandun pa rin yung ating shunt field, nakaparallel pa siya sa armature. But our series field winding is doon na siya nakaseries sa ating load. Yan. Ito yung kanyang diagram. Okay, so the application of these two, so they are called cumulative, no? Compound wound generator. So bakit sila cumulative or bakit differential or bakit compound wound? Kasi kinumbine natin yung shunt at yung series field winding. So they are generally used for lighting, power supply purpose, and for heavy power services because of their constant voltage property. They are mainly made of compounded or made over compounded. So we say over compounded, so mas mataas ang kaniyang voltage output. Cumulative compound generator are used also for driving a motor. Then for small distance operations such as power supply for hotels, offices, homes, and lodges, the flat compounded generator are usually used. So meaning flat compounded, so they are type of generator na constant, no, ang kanilang voltage output. The differential compound generators, because they are large demagnetization, armature reaction, are used for arc welding where huge voltage drop and constant current is required. So for arc welding, ang ginagamit po natin dyan is differential compound generators. So this is the formula to get the power of DC generator. No? So the power generated is equal to the voltage no? The voltage in the generator times the armature current. Okay. Then we have also voltage regulation. That is the percentage rise in voltage at the terminals of generator when the load is removed, no? So ano yung kanyang ano yung kanyang rise, no? Kanyang pagtaas ng voltage kung kukunin na natin yung ating load. Okay? So with the formula VNL, that is the no load terminal voltage minus the full load terminal voltage divided by the full load terminal voltage. So we have this example, no? Generator is rated 800 RPM at 220 volts. So find the percent voltage regulation if the no load voltage is 250. Yan. Okay. So let's solve this one, no? So if may sagutin po kayo dyan, you could also write your answer in our chat box, no? So percent VR is equal to VNL minus VFL divided by VFL times 100. So we have, so the no load voltage is 250 minus 220, that is the full load voltage, divided by 220 times 100. Okay, so our percent voltage regulation now is equal to, so we'll use our calculator. Okay, so labas natin yung calculator natin dito. Okay, yan. So we have 250 minus 220 over 220 times 100. Okay, that is equal to 13.64. No? Our answer is 13.64. We have 13.64% or approximately equal to 14%. So the answer is letter A. Okay. So we have another problem. So the no load voltage of a generator is 480 volts. To find the rated voltage if the percent voltage regulation is 10%. Okay, so solution. So you could also put your answer in our box again if you are able to solve the problem. Okay. Over VFL times 100. So we have the no load voltage is 480, no? Minus our VFL over our VFL. Then we have times 100. So this is 10. So gagawin natin dito is ililipat natin tong 100 dito at yung VFL dito. So we will have 10 times VFL divided by 100 is equal to 480 minus VFL. So meron tayong 0.1. VFL is equal to 480 minus VFL. Lipat natin sa kabila yung ating VFL. So ito positive. Pag lipat sa kabila magiging negative yan. So you have 0.1 VFL plus VFL is equal to 480. So 0.1 dito may 1 yan. So we have 1.1 VFL is equal to 480. So yung VFL natin is just equal to 480 over 1.1. Yan. Okay, so using our calculator ulit. Yan. So we have 480 divide 1.1. Okay, so the answer is 436.4. So the answer is 436.4. So our VFL is equal to 436.4 volts. So pinakamalapit is 436. Okay. Next, we have requirements for parallel operation of generators. So the same external characteristics or behaviors when loaded. So pareho po sila ng kanilang external characteristics, no? Then they have terminal voltage must be equal, no? Kanilang line to line voltage must be equal and they must also have the same polarity. No? So plus, ang plus i-connect sa plus, ang negative i-connect sa negative. Okay? Then advantages of operating our generator in series or in parallel. So wala pong isa generator yung magiging overloaded. Then if in case na may maintenance, no, pwede na yung isa is yung magdala ng overall load habang yung isa na naka-off is mini-maintain or ginagawa ng PMS, preventive maintenance. Then service is continuous, so hindi nakakaroon ng time na pwede siyang wala ng connection or wala ng kurente kasi kapag in case nasira yung isa, so mayroon pang backup. Okay? So kaya meron ng slight power interruptions. Okay. Then we go to AC generator. So ang tawag po sa AC generator is alternator, which is also known as synchronous generator. So that is an alternating current generator. It works in the same way with the DC generator. However, it is the field which made to rotate where the armature escape is stationary. So yung ating stator na ngayon will be our armature, habang yung ating rotor, yung umiikot na part ng ating alternator, is now the field poles and the winding. O yung sa DC, yung umiikot yung armature. So yan yung nagiging rotor. Sa alternator or AC generator, ang nagiging rotor natin is yung field poles and yung winding. So parang binaliktad lang natin yung DC generator. Okay. So the relation between speed, poles, and frequency of our generator. So the frequency of the generator is equal to the number of poles times the speed in RPM divided by 120. So ito yung formula to get the frequency of our generator. Yeah, so like this example, a 2-pole AC generator is running at 1,500 RPM. So what will be the frequency? So we have here our solution. Okay, so F is equal to Pn over 120. So we have 2 times 1,500 divided by 120. Okay. So using our calculator, so we have 2 times 1,500 divided by 120. Correct answer is 25, no? Yung tamang sagot po dito is 25. So our frequency is equal to 25 Hertz. So this is letter B. Okay? Next. So types of alternator as to number of poles or phases pala. So dalawa po yan. Meron pa tayong single phase generator or alternator. So isa lang yung winding yung use, o isang phase lang yung use. Habang yung ating 3-phase alternator has 3 separate winding. So test on alternator. So we have resistance test used to evaluate the resistance per phase of our alternator. So the test procedure, so dapat i-stop natin yung machine tapos gumamit tayo ng ohmmeter after all disconnecting the loads, no? If the alternator is 3-phase, so kapag naka Y siya, so ang gagamitin ng formula is ito. So yung RT, this is our test resistance times 1/2. Yung factor natin is 1.25 to 1.75. Kapag delta naman, to get the armature resistance, so yung RT natin times 3/2 times the factor. So that is for delta winding. So no load test on motor. So this is used to get the no load voltage of our motor. So we need to connect a rheostat and a DC ammeter, run the machine at its rated speed, then get the measure across the two lines, no? Tapos i-adjust mo yung rheostat hanggang sa equal na yung rated line-to-line voltage ng alternator. So yung reading ng voltmeter equal na sa line-to-line voltage ng generator. Okay? So for Y, equal lang po yung ating kung ano yung open circuit voltage, so yan yung equal na nakukuha na measurement ng voltmeter. For for Y, so that is meron siyang i-divide mo siya ng square root of 3. Short circuit test is used to determine the the short circuit current of our generator. No? So connect the rheostat and a DC ammeter. Then if connect 3 ammeters in Y connection, so naka Y, tapos para natin yung ating generator, tapos i-record yung average rating ng ating ammeter. For Y, equal lang po yung reading ng ammeter sa short circuit current. For delta, so yung armature, yung ammeter, i-divide mo ng square root of 3 to get the short circuit current. Okay. Requirements for parallel operations of alternator. So dapat equal po ang kanyang frequency. Yung line-to-line voltage also must be equal. Tapos yung phase sequence niya yung equal. So kunyari yung phase sequence ng generator A is A, B, C. So dapat yung generator B din natin ang kanyang phase sequence is ABC. Hindi po pwede na ito ABC yung A tapos CBE yung B. So hindi po yan pwede i-parallel. Magkakaroon po ng problema. Okay. So motor is a machine that converts. So motor na po tayo, no? Electrical energy to mechanical energy. So baliktad siya sa generator. So the speed of a motor, no? So katulad to ng formula kanina na F is equal to P times N over 120. Dito yung hinahanap natin is the RPM or the speed. So dito sa formula kanina sa alternator, ito yung ating N. Okay, so what is the synchronous speed of a 60 cycle 4-pole DC motor? So solution natin dito, no? Okay, so RPM is equal to F times 120 over P. So substituting, we have 60 cycles, so that is 60 hertz times 120 over 4 kasi 4 poles siya. Using our calculator, okay, so we have 60 times 120 over 4. So the answer is 1,800 RPM. We have, this is equal to 1,800 RPM. So the correct answer is letter B. Okay, so what is the frequency of a 6-pole 1,200 RPM motor? So kung isasabat yung frequency, that will be F is equals to Pn times 120. Same na po siya sa formula kanina sa alternator. So we have 6 times yung kanyang speed is 1,200 divided by 120. Yan. Using our calculator, so we have 6 times 120, 1,200 pala, over 120. So this is equal to 60. Equal po siya sa 60. So the frequency is equal to 60 hertz. Okay, next. So types of DC motor according to their connection. So we have shunt. No? Shunt motor is pinaliktad lang na shunt generator. So your armature resistance is in series with your shunt resistance. So they are essential or they are used for constant speed application. Yung series naman, so naka-series yung ating armature at yung ating series field winding. So the machine is used where the load suddenly comes, goes, and after. So meaning naka-fluctuate yung ating load. Tapos kung saan hindi siya kailangan na constant ang kanyang speed, which is usually used for mga common natin na mga drills, mga grinder. So that is usually series motor. Okay. So shunt compound motor. So the short shunt, no, the shunt and the armature is in parallel habang yung series field is in series with our supply, no, yung ating voltage supply, no? So types of compound motor according to the compounding use. When we say differential compound motor, ibig sabihin nito yung kanyang magnetism are being opposite, no, because of their shunt field winding. Then cumulative naman, so accumulation, so meaning yung kanyang magnetism is nag-accumulate. So depending on the application, for example, if instant braking or gusto natin yung ating motor is mabilis siyang mag-stop, so we could use differential compound. If we require that our motor has a higher torque, so we could use cumulative compound motor. Okay, then speed regulation of a motor. So kapag sa generator, voltage regulation, kapag sa motor naman is speed regulation. So we have, to get the percent speed regulation, so we have the no load speed minus the full load speed over the full load speed times 100. Okay. Then the DC starting of a motor, so we require to have a rheostat in series, no, with our DC motor in order for our armature current will not burn, no, hindi siya masusunog. Then motor reversion, how we are going to reverse the direction of the motor. So first, there are two ways. We could interchange the armature winding or we could interchange the field winding. So speed control, so we have to control the speed of the motor. So pwede po tayong mag-series ng rheostat sa ating armature or mag-series ng rheostat sa ating field winding or pwede po tayo mag-series ng rheostat sa ating supply terminal. So gagawin natin is we are going to minimize current going into the motor. So ang mangyayari kapag bumaba yung current, mas hihina din yung ikot ng ating motor. Okay. Then the power on a DC generator, so ito yung formula 2 pi nt over k, wherein yung n natin is the speed, yung t is torque, yung mismong ikot ng motor, yung k is depending on the constant, no? If our torque is Newton meter, our torque is in pound-foot, no? Then the standard rating of our DC motor, so we have from 1/4 yung pinakamaliit to 200, no? So just familiarize with this rating here. Okay. Then we go to AC motors. So AC motors, we have two types of rotor construction and an AC motor. So the first one is squirrel cage. So para siyang cage ng squirrel. So ibig sabihin, it is consists of aluminum bars located in slots with iron core connected to each other by heavy cast iron aluminum rings, no, on both ends of the core. Yung isa naman is a wound rotor. So the type of rotor windings that are connected to a commutator. Okay, then for single phase motor, we have the capacitor motor. So meaning this motor are run, no, using a capacitor. It could be on the running and it could be on the starting, no, starting. So the basic parts of this single phase motor is yung rotor natin, stator, the end or brackets, they are very important, which is the centrifugal switch. Then we have the stationary switch and one or more capacitor. So we have the capacitor start induction run motor. So may sabihin ito yung kaniyang starting winding is may capacitor which will disconnect, no, the switch about 75% of the rated speed ng ating motor. No, ibig sabihin nun, pag magpas yung speed niya 75%, so yung mismong motor will now be running at it using its running winding. Then permanent plate motor is a capacitor motor that has no centrifugal switch. So it is used an oil immersion field type capacitor instead of an electrolytic type. Then two value capacitor motor, a capacitor using different values of capacitance for which stand and line windings, no? Ibig sabihin, yung mismong motor mo is meron siyang dalawang capacitor para sa running at sa kanyang starting winding. Then the portion start capacitor, this is the oldest form of induction motor which is widely used sa mga 50s, no, and 30s. So a commutator of special design as centrifugal mechanism for short-circuiting the commutator and bars of the motor are its rated speed. Ibig sabihin, meron siya centrifugal switch na nag-short sa ating commutator in case ng ating motor is papalapit sa kanyang rated speed. So the feature of this motor is it has a high starting torque. a low starting current. It is capable of doing well on low voltage and most expensive of all phase motors. The universal motor is a motor that could operate in both AC and DC supply. So ito yung kasagaran ginagamit natin for our drills and our vacuums mixers. So the features are high speed and small in size. Okay, the standard rating for single phase AC motor, so be that is a capacitor, a split type capacitor, capacitor start, a universal or a capacitor start induction run motor, ito yung kanyang mga standard rating. Ang pinakamababa po is 1.6 habang ang pinakamalaki is 10 horsepower. So three-phase squirrel cage motor is a squirrel cage motor na may tatlong winding. So therefore you could get three output voltage or three-phase voltages. Okay, so yung one rotor induction motor natin, same siya ng squirrel cage. It could be three-phase, but it is also the core itself or its winding is 1 no, to the 4. So their standard rating for squirrel cage and one rotor type 3-phase AC motor. So yung pinakamaliit lang is 1/2 horsepower habang yung pinakamalaki naman is 200. Okay. Synchronous motor is the type of motor which runs at a constant speed. So they are basically three-phase motor na constant ang kanyang speed, no? Yung hindi synchronous motor na three-phase motor, tawag ka induction motor. Okay. So because all of those motors works in using the principle of induction or electromagnetic induction. So the features of this synchronous motor, it runs under normal conditions at a constant speed and it can be used to improve the system power factor. So the standard horsepower of our motor is yung pinakamababa niya is 25 habang yung pinakamalaki naman is 200. Okay. So now we have transformers. Yan. So transform na tayo. So transformers, so they are defined as a static or stationary electromagnetic device consisting of two magnetic fields by which electric power in one circuit is transformed into electric power of the same frequency in another circuit. So ibig sabihin, from this definition, a transformer is static, walang gumagalaw na kahit anong part sa transformer. And the purpose of the transformer is to transform electric power from a circuit to another circuit without changing its frequency. Yan. So basic principles, so a transformer operates at mutual induction. The coils of the transformer have high mutual inductance. The two coils of the transformers are inductively coupled, and if the current in one coil is changed uniformly, an EMF is induced in the other coil, then the closed path is provided at the secondary circuit. So this is the induced EMF at the secondary, which will also drive the current. So ito yung basically the illustration of a transformer. Ito yung kaniyang diagram. So meron tayo ditong supply AC. This is our primary. So we have our primary turns. Tayo secondary turns. This is our limited core. Then the secondary winding is connected to the load. Ayan, no? Then we have the features, no? Transformer, static siya nga device. It transfers electric power from one circuit to another. During the transfer of power, there is no change in frequency. It uses electromagnetic induction to change the frequency, and the two electric circuits are mutually inductive influence of each other. Yan. Okay. So the transformer construction. So the first one, we have the core type. So the cores are surround considerable part of the magnetic core. So ito yung ating core, no? So it's in nomination dyan. The next is the shell type. So the magnetic circuit core surrounds the considerable portion of the windings. So ito yung ating core habang yung winding natin is nakapalibot or nasa loob siya ng ating shell type. Sa loob siya ng ating core. Then the voltage and current ratios in a transformer. So we have the primary over the secondary is equal to the primary turns over the secondary turns, and that is now our transformer ratio or the voltage ratio or the turns ratio. Okay, so if there is no loss, So the output power is equal to the output power of the input power of the primary is equal to the output power of the secondary. So we could say that our primary voltage is equal to the secondary voltage is equal to the secondary current over the primary current. So meaning yung sa voltage baliktad, no? So baliktaran siya, no? Kanyang ratio compared dun sa turns. Yan. So types of transformer, a transformer may be step up or step down. When we say step up, the output voltage has a higher value compared to the input voltage. Step down naman, so mas mababa yung kanyang output voltage. So pwede na siya power transformer, so used for this transmission and distribution. Auto transformer is usually used for AC motor starting. Then transformers for feed installation with static converters, so used to convert AC to DC and vice versa. Testing transformer is used for testing high voltages and high current lines. Power transformer for special applications, so for welding or furnaces, yung ating mga boilers, so those are power transformers for special application. And radio transformer is used for radio engineering and signaling purposes, no? Receiving and transmitting signal. So according to the method of cooling, so these are the type of transformers. So there are usually two main types of transformer according to the cooling. We have the air cooled and the liquid or the oil cooled. No? So we have the dry type transformer. So ibig sabihin wala po siyang may oil sa loob. So they are usually also referred to as fan cooled. No? So their rating the fan can increase the rating of our transformer from 25 to 50%. No? Yung mismong cooling niya, it will contribute para magpataas yung output, no? O rating ng ating transformer. So self-air cooled transformer, that is up to 3 MVA lang po ang kanyang maximum na available nito sa market. So it is usually, the transformer is allowed to cool by natural conventional airflow, no? Meaning, ano siya, open lang, no? Tapos pasok loob lang yung ating air without needing any fan, no? So yan yung ibig sabihin ng safe air cooled. Itong forced air, so mayroon tayong fan sa baba. So it is only up to 15 MVA, no? Then oil immersed type transformer. So all of these transformer are the core and the winding itself are immersed or nakalublob sa oil. So oil is good electrical insulator and it could also absorb heat. So meron siyang good thermal conductivity. So disadvantage of oil in transformer, so pwede siya maging fire hazard. It could leak on the tank at makakausa ng pollution. And the moisture in the oil should be continuously monitored and removed para hindi po maapektuhan yung insulating ng ating mismong transformer. So oil immersed self-cooled transformer, so naka-immerse lang po siya sa oil. Tapos dito sa gilid meron yung mga radiator na kung saan dito pumupunta yung medyo mainit na coil. Tapos dinadaanan to ng hangin to be cold. Oil immersed forced air, so same siya ng oil immersed self-cooled. Dito lang is meron siyang fan yung kanyang radiator. Oil immersed water cooled, so meron na tayong, ito yung transformer natin, ito yung ating water, so dito natin pinapadaan yung ating oil, no? Tapos pinapunta natin dito. So this is cold water, so yung hot natin na oil, so lumilipat yung init niya sa ating water. So ang babalik na ano dito is our tawag doon is our coiled, no? Coiled na oil. Tapos dito yung conservator, the purpose of the conservator is to remove impurities, no, sa oil. So the transformer oil is clean hydrocarbon. So it provides insulation. It carries away the heat generated in the core and the coils, and it protects the paper, yung mismong ating insulation, from dirt and moisture. Okay? So the most important factors for choosing a transformer oil is the operating temperature, the atmospheric condition, the electric strength, the moisture, and the other contaminants. Tapos if it will create sludge, no? So the Bockel's relay is a relay in our transformer that is uh, that is safety, no, safety by mounted, which is used to protect the device, no, that are sensitive to the effects of the electric failure, no, yung nasira yung ating oil. So this will protect our transformer, no, from being burned out. Then breather and conservator. So the breather is used to transform to filter out the moisture, no, from the air, no, of our transformer. Then the conservator tank of transformer is defined as a simple cylindrical tank. Yan. So transformer windings. So the following are the most important requirement for transformer windings. So they must be economical. The heating condition should satisfy the standard requirements. Then they must have good mechanical strength, and the winding must be have necessary electrical strength due over voltage. So there are two types. It could be concentric or sandwich winding. Ayan, ito yung concentric natin. Yan. Meaning yung ating winding is nakapalibot sa ating sa ating core, no? Okay, then cross over winding. So this is used for currents up to 20 amperes. Helical winding is naka-form siya ng helix, no? Habang yung continuous disc winding is the type of winding of a number of flat strips wound spirally inside radially outward. So this is for robust conduction, robust sa kanyang construction, which is also acts like a disc. Okay, wala ba yan? Yan. So ito yung po yung ating top, no, ng ating transformer. So ideal transformer is a transformer considered that there is no voltage drop, no? Wala pong voltage drop. So kung ano yung kanyang kung ano yung pumasok na voltage sa kanya, so wala pong magkakaroon ng voltage drop, no, sa kanya mismong wind. That is so meaning ang kanyang efficiency is 100%. Okay, so but in reality natin yung mga losses. So we have the core losses. These are fixed due to hysteresis and eddy current losses. So yung mismong magnetism ng ating transformer. Yung copper loss naman vary with the load and result of heating of transformer windings. Okay. In the transformer polarity, to get the transformer polarities, we need to test if when the voltmeter reading is greater than the input test voltage, so it is an additive. Pag mas bababa naman yung voltmeter reading, so that the polarity of the transformer is subtracted. An auto transformer is a transformer which has only one continuous winding and is commonly used for step up or step down application, especially for motor control circuit or motor starting circuits. Then to have parallel operation of a transformer, dapat meron siyang kaparehong voltage rating for both primaries and secondaries. Tapos yung transformer must be connected to its polarity, no? If you are going to have our the impedances, no, yung total value ng ating winding sa ating transformer must be inversely proportional to the respective kVA ratings, no? So otherwise the transformer will not share the load. If if the equivalent resistance and the reactance of all our transformers is not the same, then the transformer will not take its correct fraction of the load. So common three-phase transformer. So we have Y to Y. So our primary is Y, habang ang ating secondary naman is Y connected. So has the advantage of windings that are used to the line voltage divided by square root of 3. In delta to delta connection, suitable for moderate voltage or light voltage. Delta to Y connection, the primary is delta while the secondary is Y connected. So it is for step up application. Then it could be also used for step down, no, where a conventional distribution voltage is reduced to 2 voltage, no. So kunyari delta tapos Y, so kapag Y ang kaniyang secondary, so we could get two types of voltages. Meron tayong line to line na 240 habang yung line to neutral natin na 120. Yan. Then Y to D connection or delta to Y connection, Y to delta connection, so used for stepping down voltage. T-SCAT, so this is a used to convert three-phase, yung three-phase natin na supply to three-phase or vice versa. Then the open delta is the VV. So meaning meron tayong dalawang transformer which is wired to have a three-phase output. So the open delta transformer has only 57.7% of the rated kVA capacity compared to yung tatlong transformer yung ginagamit natin to form a delta to delta connection of a three-phase transformer. Okay, instrument transformer. So current transformer is used in conjunction with our ammeter, no, to measure very high current. Habang yung potential transformer is used in conjunction to our voltmeter to measure high voltage. Okay. So we have also transmission line. So nasa ano tayo? So we will go to transmission line na din po. So a short transmission line is a transmission line that does not exceed 50 miles. No, short transmission line. Pag medium, a line that exceeds 150 miles, does not exceed 150 miles and has a minimum length of 51. So 51 to 150 miles, that is medium transmission line. Kapag lumagpas na siya ng 150 miles, so that is not what we called as long transmission line. So we have also relays. So a protective relay is a switchgear device that detects and initiates operation of circuit breaker. No? Pag malalaki na yung ating mga voltahe, so ginagamit is protective relay. So because they will detect the fault and also trip the tripping element of our high voltage circuit breakers. So we have relays by function. The overcurrent relay will detect overcurrent, no, which exceeds the value load. So kapag definite time overcurrent, so meaning the relay will operate after the current exceeds the pickup value. Ang instantaneous naman, automatic, it will trip instantaneous overcurrent. Inverse time is depending on the type of overcurrent, no? Kung gaano kalaki yung value ng overcurrent, gano'n din kabilis ang kanyang pagtitrip, no, ng inverse time overcurrent. Yung distance relay natin, so that is a relay used for transmission line protection. It measures the impedance, no, ng ating transmission line. Yung directional relay is will trip, no, depending on the current flow. No, it is if it is short circuit, that is causing the current flow, and if the short circuit is new enough so that the relays should trip their circuit breaker. Habang yung more relay naman is a high speed relay and is also known as an admittance relay. In this relay, operating torque is obtained by volt ampere. So it means a more relay is a voltage control direction relay. So kung mas malapit doon, tapos sobrang laki ng kanyang ng kanyang fault, so it will mas mabilis pa siyang mag-trip compared sa directional relay. Okay, then we have also lighting arrestor. So lighting arrestor, also known as arrestor, also known as isolator. So it is a device used in transmission and communication system to protect insulation and conductors of the system damaging effects, no, from lightning. No? So a typical lighting arrestor has high voltage terminal and ground terminal. So kapag yung lightning surge tumama sa ating lighting arrestor, it will go to the ground or the air. So meron tayong rod gap. So the rod gap is the most simplest type of transformer at yun yung pinakamadaling masira. No? So after the surge, the air gap is maintained by normal voltage supply and leading to the short circuit of the system. So the rods may melt, no, during excessive arcing. No? Next, we have spear gap. So in such device, the air gap is provided between two spears. So one of the spears connected to the line and the other the spears connected to the ground. So meron tayong choking coil inserted between the face of the transformer and the spears which is connected to the line. Then we have explosion type transformer. So also called as protector tube, which is used up to 33 kilovolts. So their advantage is not very expensive. They are improved versions of the round gap and they can be easily installed. The limitation is they have limited number of operations. So meaning kapag pulutan siya tinamaan ng lightning, it will also be not able to perform, na masisira na siya. So cannot be mounted on enclosed equipment due to discharge gases during operation and due to poor volt ampere characteristics of the arrestor, is not suitable for protection of expensive. Yeah. Okay, so now we will have some problems, no? Or some type questions, no? Okay, so the major disadvantage of a shell type transformer is blank. So for this one, the answer for this one is letter B. So that is poor insulation. Okay, so a transformer is rated 700 kVA, 60 Hertz, 200/220 volts. So the core and the iron loss is 1000 watts and the friction windage loss is 500 watts. So what is the efficiency of transformer at 0.8 power factor lagging? Okay, so kasi wala pa tayong na-discuss pati yung hindi pa discuss yung ating power factor. So we'll leave these questions as is kasi next meeting we will discuss about power factor. No? Saka natin ito solve kapag alam natin yung ating power factor. Ito, uh, lumabas po to sa mga karaan na board exam. No? Okay. A transformer has an all-day efficiency of 90%. If its all-day output is 10 kilowatt hour, what is the energy lost in day? No? So, ano ibig sabihin ito? So, 90% po ang kanyang efficiency. Ang kanyang output is 10 kilowatt hour. So, ano po ang kanyang lost? No? So, yung efficiency natin, that is equal to power output over power output plus our losses. No? That is 0.9 times power output plus power losses is equals to power output. So, meron tayong 0.9 times 10 kilowatt. No? 10 kilowatt are yung ating power output plus our power losses times 10 kilowatt also dito kasi power output yan. So, solving for our power losses, so power losses is just equal to 0.9 times 10. So, that will be 9 kilowatt, no? R. So, 9. So, ito magiging negative kasi lipat sa kabila. Plus 10 kilowatt hour. So, our power losses is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. So, that is letter C. Okay. So, DD transformer is rated 50 kVA, 200 slash 2300 slash 200 volts. So, what is the phase current of the secondary side of the transformer? So, for this one also, we'll leave this one, no? Kasi meron tayong mga Y to delta, so meron yung mga formula no, in solving the current. No? So we will discuss this one on Sunday. No? So a potential transformer has a PT ratio of 15 to 15. So if the voltmeter connected indicates 230 volts, so what is the actual reading? So the actual reading, so that will be our E, no? So that is equal to the measured times our PT ratio. No? So we will have 230 volts times 15, no? So the answer will be, so we have 15 times 230. So this is equal to 3,450. So our E is 3,450 volts. So letter A. Okay. So what is the efficiency of a motor that draws 4.5 kilowatts from a line and delivers 500 HP? So the efficiency for this one, so we have the power output over the power input. So our power output is 5 horsepower. So times po natin yung 746. No, tapos i-divide ng 1,000 para maging kilowatts. Over 4.5 kilowatts, which is our power input. Okay? So we have, so 5 times 746 divided by 1,000 over 4.5. Okay, so this is equal to, yan, so 8, ito, 100 pala dapat, this, nangyari, this is equal to 1,000, yan. So we have, so 0.82, so times 100, okay, so that will be 82.8, no? So basically, our answer will be equal to 83%, which is letter B. Okay. So the armature current drawn by a DC motor is proportional to the voltage applied, no? Yan, voltage applied yan. So basically, all motors operate on the principle of induction, no? Motors or generator, it will operate on electromagnetic induction. A voltage surge traveling on transmission line will first enter to blank. So alin dito yung saan dadaan muna yung ating voltage surge. So that will be first entering our circuit breaker. Yan. The main purpose of providing lighting resistance substation is to protect So, alin po dito yung ating pinoprotect? So, it is used to protect our transformer. Explosion type Allighting transformer are used with systems having operation voltage up to, so pag explosion type, that is only up to 33 kilovolts. So the speed of the DC generator can be controlled by, so we could vary the field current and also we should hold our armature current constant. So yan po yung tama. A device that serves to govern in some predetermined manner the electric power delivered to the apparatus to which it is connected, that is called a controller. Fractional horsepower universal motors have brushes usually made up of, all brushes on motor or generator is made up of carbon. Yan. So kahit anong klaseng motor yan, carbon yan. The type of motor that will not operate on a DC, so ang tawag dyan is squirrel cage, because squirrel cage is only for AC, no, AC motors. Large squirrel cage induction motor are usually started at a voltage considerably lower than the line voltage. Why? No, kasi at starting, medyo mataas din po ang kanilang starting current, which will damage its winding. Okay, the generator interpole always have the same polarity as the pole na before sa kanila. So, pole preceding it. Before taking an AC generator out of the board, no, kukunin natin yung ating nakaparallel. So, what is the proper thing we should do? So, kailangan nating pahinaan, no, yung ating governor o yung ating prime mover. No? Efficiency of transformer is an order of, so there's no machine na mayroong 100%. Pero yung ating transformer is the most efficient electrical machine, so that is at the order of 98%. Interpoles are always connected, so they're connected in series with the armature. Armature coils are laminated, so that is to cut down their eddy current losses or their magnetism loss. An exciting current is one that is required to, so ang purpose po ng exciter or exciting current is to create a magnetic field. Interpoles commutating are connected in compound DC generator in blank. So the interpoles again is connected in series with the armature. The purpose of commutator and brushes to DC generator is to convert, kasi yung output ng ating generator is AC, kailangan nating DC, so it will convert AC to DC current. A DC compound wound generator that has a voltage drop from no load to full load is, meron siyang voltage drop, no? From load to full load, so they are under compound. Yan. So ito naman kapag no change in speed, so they are flat compounded. Kapag ito naman, no, the substation, the following equipment is not installed, so sa substation wala pong exciter, no? Ang exciter po is makikita lamang sa mga generator which is found on electrical power plants, no? A relay preferred for phase fault in a long transmission line is yung Mo relay. Yan po yung para phase fault, no? Kung kapag isang linya lang yung nag-fault. Which of the following relay has an inherent directional, so that is impedance, no? Impedance relay. Relay generally used for phase fault is also known as the distance relay, no? Reactors for protection and transmission lines are connected in, so the reactors are connected in series, no, for our transmission lines. A lighting arrestor is always located before the main transformer. Name the three parts of a basic transformer, so that will be our core, primary, and our secondary winding. Which of the following is not part of a transformer? So exciter. Wala pong exciter sa ating transformer. Okay. In the transformer, following winding had got more cross-sectional area. So medyo mas malaki yung kanyang winding. So that will be for high voltage winding. A common method of cooling power transformer is, so any of the above, no? Pwede siya oil cooling, air blast, or natural air. The noise resulting from vibration illumination set by magnetic forces is termed as the hum. This is applicable for transformer, yung ganun na tunog. So that is hum. Basically, a lightning arrestor is also a surge diverter. Yan. Dinadivert niya yung surge na instead na papunta doon sa ating linya, doon siya pupunta sa ground, no? Thereby protecting our transformer. A transformer operating a 200 volt line supplies a 10 volt circuit with 10 amperes. So what is the current in the primary? Ang hinahanap ko ito is current in the primary. So our formula, so um, primary voltage over secondary voltage is equal to secondary current over primary current. So i-cross multiply natin. So primary current, so magiging times yan dito. That is equal to secondary current times secondary voltage over primary voltage. So we just substitute. So the secondary current is 10 amperes times 10 volts divide 200 volts. So our primary current is equal to, so we have 10 times 10 over 200. Okay, so we have 1 half or 0.5. So the correct answer is 0.5 amperes. So letter B. A DC generator that has no voltage rise from no load to full load, so that is over compounded. What is the main purpose of transformer tap? So that is to adjust the voltage. Tapping ang transformer, that is used to adjust the voltage. So Bocos relay is usually connected, no, dito sa ating pipe containing the main tank and the transformer and the conservator. Which of the following does not change in a transformer? No? So, that by definition of transformer, hindi po nag-change ang kanyang frequency. Okay? A transformer, the energy is conveyed from primary secondary through, paano po yan? No? By the flux. Okay? The no load current drawn by a transformer is usually what percent of the full load. So yung pinakabababa po yan. So that is usually 0 to 0.5%. Which of the following is not found on AC generator? So yung AC generator wala po yung commutator. So the material for commutator brushes is generally, so sabi ko kanina, kapag brushes, automatic carbon po ang gamit na material niyan. Okay? Okay, so that will be all for our discussion all about electrical machines, no? So